All rise.
This is Deeper Than Money. Talk to me. I want viewers watching my show to believe in themselves.
Judge Hatchett is compelling.
If he is not going to honor you, he needs to be gone.
Compassionate.
I don't want you to give up on your dreams. I don't. And I want to figure out how we get this straight.
She's powerful.
If I were in this situation, I would have put you out too.
And she's on the bench.
I feel like I'm being judged here.
That's what I do.
You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. William Davis is suing the Reverend Everett Thomas in the amount of $4,200. Mr. Davis claims he was hired to paint his ex-brother-in-law's church and says he was unfairly fired before he could finish the job. The defendant is countersuing for $2,227.
All right, so I should refer to you as Reverend Thomas
Yes,
this
ma'am.
morning? All right, well, I will refer to you as Reverend, and I'll refer to you as Mr. Davis. Is that fair?
That's fair.
All right, so both of you all have suits. I mean, you have a suit against the Reverend for $4,200, and he's countersuing for $2,227.
Yes, Judge.
But there's a history. I've read the complaint. You know I come in here prepared. There's a complaint, but there is also more to this than money. Is that fair to say?
Yes, Judge.
Fair to say?
Yes.
Mr. Davis, and so you all were related by marriage at one point, is that right?
That's correct.
So tell me how.
Well, I dated the pastor of our church's baby sister.
Reverend, so your younger sister,
Yes, ma'am.
did you approve of this relationship?
Not at first. I was unhappy with the person she took up with, so I had a private talk with her.
What was the problem? I mean, let's get to the bottom line.
Young, too young.
Too young.
Too young.
All right.
He was out in the world. She wasn't. She thought she was. But the overall aspect of it was that I was trying to make sure that we wouldn't end up with a situation that we all would be unhappy with.
All right, so you're being very diplomatic, Reverend. What was wrong with him? What was he, when you say he was out in the world, what was he doing?
Drugs, alcohol, probably other women. I'm not sure of that.
So what's going on, Mr. Davis?
Well, as the pastor said, you know, drugs, alcohol, gambling, other women, you know, is a very part of what was going on throughout our marriage.
You all eventually went your separate ways, is that right?
Yeah, but we still talk.
We do?
You know,
You have
we
a
all part
relationship?
of the small community back in South Carolina.
Okay, so my family's from South Carolina too, so I know a lot about South Carolina. Now, I understand that the reason that we are here today is because you also paint.
Yes.
And tell me about that. So you are a contractor, you do painting, you do other jobs. What do you do?
So I took up a trade, became a painter.
Okay.
So full-time I paint. That's what I do for my livelihood, to support myself.
All right, so Reverend, I understand that there was a need for some work to be done at the church. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, Judge.
The church needs painting. What happened?
So I had him painted. He, prior to the starting the work, was not feeling well, so he didn't start on time. And when he did get to the work, he did not inform us that supposedly I bought the wrong paint. But at the same time, I got the paint that was requested, and we did not get any communication. He started doing the work. And as you can see, I have evidence, the horribleness of the work.
Let me see that, please, Reverend. So now you agreed to do this work.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Davis, and was there an agreement of how much you would be paid to do the work?
Yes, it was a $3,500 job, and I was paid half up front.
Okay, $3,500 job, all right? You were paid half up front, so
Yes,
we're
as a
talking about
deposit.
$1,750, all right?
And then I just instructed them to get the proper paint, and they didn't get the proper paint.
Okay, so I read in the complaint that there was a certain brand of
Yes.
paint that if you
Yes.
bought that kind of paint.
Yes, it has a 3-in-1.
Oh, okay, so that means that you didn't have to prime the wall.
Exactly.
But when you got started, you started painting the walls, correct?
Exactly.
Did you immediately look at the can, Mr. Davis, and say, wait, this is not the right paint. This is the right brand, but it's not the right kind of paint under that brand.
No, because I was just going off a visual with logos and everything.
But you did start putting it on the wall and it wasn't working right.
Yes.
So did you stop?
No, because from experience, I knew that all I had to do is just apply additional coats. So I was just doing a fast coat for one, just do an area. And I knew I would come back and probably have to do 2 more coats.
So you have some evidence of what happened
Yes,
and what
Judge.
it looked like? I want to see that, sir. Or do I
I believe
have
I
that?
gave it,
Oh,
I gave it to you already.
My apologies.
That's all right, Judge.
I do have it. It was already passed up to me. Wait a minute now. Come on, Reverend. This is what it looked like?
It looked like Ray Charles painted it, and I think he did a better job.
Reverend. Mr. Davis, what's going on now? Help me understand this.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
Did you have a chance to fix this?
No.
What happened?
We ended up having a dispute in the hall, and I was fired.
And later,
Growing up, very much, she has always excelled in everything. But all I hear, especially from my twin sister, is that I am like a failure.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of William Davis, who is suing the Reverend Everett Thomas for defamation.
Come on, Mr. Davis, help me understand this.
And both my honoring and defense, they did not let me finish the job.
Oh.
But that's just brush-up painting.
Wait a minute, brush up paint. So wait a minute. So wait. Let me get down here because I want to see the brush up paint here up close. So explain to me. So this is brush up. Is this one coat? This is what's happening here.
So because there's no primer in the paint, and the fact that the walls are blue, naturally, if I would take a roller and unroll, you're gonna still see the blue paint.
Okay.
So when you do brush-up painting, you go and you just apply in specific areas where the paint coats are darker than others.
Oh, okay.
And then when you go on to do the full painting,
It's going to be all right.
Yeah.
So did you have a chance to fix this?
No.
What happened?
We ended up having a dispute in the hall, and I was fired, and I just decided to just...
So, Reverend, did you give him a chance?
Ma'am, Judge, I really was upset at the same time, and I realized he didn't understand what he was doing. And I called in a paint guy just to get some kind of information and how much would it cost me.
Okay, so you fired him.
Yes, mindly,
So you fired him on the spot and said, this is not working.
Yes.
You called in another contractor, and that is the countersuit for the 2227? Is that
Yes,
what
Judge.
that's for? Now, you fire him, you get a new contractor in, so you were suing for the $4,200, and why is that?
Well, this particular job and a lot of the defamation that went on in it, well, I ended up losing 2 more jobs with clients that I normally work with. So I lost jobs trying to help the church.
So defamation, in the complaint you said that the pastor came and just put you on blast in church service.
Yes.
What happened?
He made some prayers about me. And
Some
just-
prayers?
Yeah.
He prayed for you?
Yes.
And what did he say in the prayers?
I don't know exactly, but I just
Oh,
know
let me
that,
just ask him. Reverend, what did you say in the prayers?
I prayed that this young man would get wisdom and realize that he had divine help, meaning me and the people that I knew that needed work. But at the same time, the guy who gave me the new estimate and did the work, he said a rookie should have known this and would have immediately said, hey, I'm not going to put up any paint till the right paint is brought in.
But let me ask you, just because I'm obviously going to rule on the money. I believe that you are sincere, that there was a time when you were really concerned about him being with your younger sister. I suspect that you were very protective of her.
Yes, Judge.
Given that relationship. I don't have older siblings. I'm the oldest in my family, but I had not 1, not 2, but 4 big brothers who lived next door. They were not related to me, but biologically, but I couldn't do anything. I mean, oh my goodness, I look back on it now, and I just appreciate how protected they were of me.
Yes, Judge.
And if I had time, I'd tell you the story about how one pulled the guy out of the car and threw him on the ground, but we don't have time for that today. But my point is that I understand those relationships. Even though they were not related to me by blood, they really were my older brothers. Mr. Davis, all right, so a few things. One is that as soon as you got that paint, you should have read it. You should have said, Rev, this is not the right paint. Please take it back and get me what I need. And that if there is somebody in the community who has more experience than you have, then I want you to take advantage of that, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what, Reverend, I need you to do. I need you to hook him up with whoever that is in that community, because I know it's the Reverend and the pastor in that community. You know everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know everybody's business, because that's how it works.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so the countersuit, you already got the $1,750. Did he bring the $1,750 back to the church?
No, Judge.
Well, you're gonna keep the $1,750, right? And I'm just gonna ask that there be some kind of maybe love offering or something on this countersuit for the 2227, Pastor.
Yes, I was willing to forgive it. I spoke to my sister, and she said it would be the right thing to do.
You know what? I know we don't usually bump in church, but we're gonna bump on this one. We're gonna bump on this one.
Thank you, Judge.
Come on. No, bring it in. God
bless you.
All right, so I'm gonna dismiss the countersuit, right? And I'm not gonna give you any more money. You got $1,750. You should have read the labels. You should have figured this out. All right, y'all don't even need to talk. Y'all just get on out of here. Harvey, let's stand adjourned. We're clear about my situation?
Yes, Judge.
All right, you're not gonna get any money. You're not gonna get any money, but y'all gonna get a new path. All right?
Thank you.
Nothing further. We'll stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled. Both claims have been denied.
This takes it to the rear of the court. Make sure you have your documents. Watch your step there, please. This way.
Coming up,
The expenses would be paid with my mom's money through him, and we would arrive that night home in Oregon.
Okay, so now, was that the understanding?
No, it was not.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. Lori Glenson is suing Logan Glenson in the amount of $370. Ms. Glenson claims her mom sent her brother money to cover their holiday road trip home and says her sibling cheaped out and didn't cover any travel expenses.
I understand that you are in court today bringing a case against your brother, not only your brother, but actually your twin brother. Is that correct?
Yes, I am suing my brother for the expenses for our road trip back home for the holidays, which I paid for, but he had previously promised to pay that money. My brother is unemployed, and so our mom sends him money for whatever he needs it for. So she had recently sent him money. My mom wanted both of her kids back home for the holidays. I talked to my mom about this. My brother could not get home on his own because his car had broken down for like the 100th time. And so my mom and I came to the agreement that I would drive Logan back home and he would use the money that my mom gave him to cover the expenses of the trip.
And you know I'm going to ask you, why in the world weren't you able to work this out?
We have never been able to get along.
Never gotten along. Is that true? You've never gotten along?
No, we have not.
Why is that?
Ever since I was growing up, pretty much, she has always excelled in everything. But all I hear, especially from my twin sister, is that I am like a failure.
Coming up,
So when we got in that car, I expected to be paying half of the price of whatever that trip costed. But then I found out I was paying the entire cost of it.
That's just not what we talked about.
you're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett. The Verdict with Judge Hatchett is back with the case of Lori Glenson, who is suing her brother Logan Glenson for breach of contract.
The holidays are coming up, and your mother wants both of you home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so what was the arrangement for you all to get home?
I agreed to drive him home. He would come meet me at my place at 7 in the morning in San Francisco. I also offered him to stay the night before, because I know that that's a difficult drive to be that early. We would drive together, the expenses would be paid with my mom's money through him, and we would arrive that night home in Oregon.
Okay, so now, was that the understanding?
No, it was not.
Oh, well, what was the understanding?
On my side, what I believed was that it was being split 50-50. So when we got in that car, I expected to be paying half of the price of whatever that trip costed. But then I found out I was paying the entire cost of it.
That's just not what we talked about.
Okay, so now he shows up at 9 o'clock, and what happens?
I'm ready, we hit the road.
Okay, so what happens?
I try to turn over a new leaf. You know, we go on our way until we go to our first gas stop. I ask for his debit card, and he does not have it.
What's going on?
I forgot it. I left it back when I was in the rush of getting out. I left it at my place.
All right, so now we're going to the road trip, and what happens?
We hit 7 hours in, 8 hours in, and I'm exhausted, and I know it's not gonna be safe for me to drive. So I asked my brother if he can drive.
That's reasonable. So what happens? What happens?
Well, in the events of this whole car ride, the whole time I was being put down for my decisions and everything. So right in the beginning, I decided to take an edible because I could not handle the amount of time I was being yelled at and being put down between her, and then it brings up all the feelings from growing up and being told by even my mom how perfect she is and how I'm unemployed and I can't figure it out, and that I took an edible.
Judge Hatchett's verdict when we return. You're watching The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
So what did you all do?
Well, my sister suggested we stop at the motel, which I disagreed with.
So now you go to the motel. Is that the expense you're talking about here?
Yes.
For the overnight in the motel?
Yes.
All right, as well as part of the gas?
As well as all of the gas.
As well as all of the gas, because you're always saying that your mom had already sent him money.
Yes.
As to this hotel, I think it was responsible to stop at the hotel. Am I going to give you the whole $370? Because I'm not sure about the gas and all of that. But I am going to award your sister a judgment of $300 because I think that the things that caused you to end up at the motel that night were of your own doing. You were late, you were high, you couldn't drive. Come on. Judgment for the plaintiff for the reasons I've stated in the amount of $300. We will stand adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Hatchett has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $300.
Any final words or comments for each other?
I'm willing to try.
I'm willing to try too.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.